Hi. I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome back to Austin's Animals, and today I'm going to cast a small spell. Ooh, alakazoom, alakadee, alakawoop, whoop, 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 whoop. And voila, I am in human form. Don't worry, the fursuit is not going anywhere. Never. Once a furry, always a furry. Unfortunately. If you get bored and you want to see the guy, he's right back there. But recently, I have been thinking getting in the full fursuit to record videos is just time-consuming, and with the summer months and it getting gradually hotter here in the Sun Belt of the United States, putting on that thing is just absolutely exhausting. So I needed a way to be furry and also have a little more room to breathe and maybe to be able to show my face. So recently, I've been playing the Spyro the Dragon games.
Enough of your communist whining. It's always somebody else's fault. The economy. Your mama didn't breastfeed you. Oh, the government won't let you marry a houseplant.
Great classic video games. And there's these Satyr fawns, and I was thinking, wow, these Satyrs are really, really smoking hot and attractive. I am going to hell.
Well, hello there, Mr. Dragon. You're pretty cute for a quadruped.
And then, after that, I thought, wait a second, there is an idea here. Because what is a satyr? Well, it's lower half furry, top half human-ish creature. I'm like, wait a second. There is something here. I can be a satyr and still be furry, still have the costume and the tail and all that, and be able to show my face and have some room to breathe. Not to mention, it's no secret if you've been watching this channel that I am a big fan of Renaissance, fantasy-style toys, figures, goblets, leather, all that type of stuff. I've been dying to go to a Ren fair lately, so I'm like, this is perfect. I can find my own way to be furry and still be kind of Renaissance-y and at the same time sort of create a new fun character. The only question is, how do you make it happen? How do you become a full-on satyr? Coffee edit. So like any reasonable person, the first thing I did was I went to eBay and I just typed in satyr costume, fawn costume, deer costume, whatever it is. It's a deer, fawn, whatever, minotaur, you dork, whatever. And there's these kits you can buy that's basically the whole costume. It's like $100. Apparently it's great. These reviews are spectacular. But I looked at that for a long moment and thought, wow, that's pretty expensive for what's basically a pair of pants. I could probably just make that. Well, it turns out the reason the costumes are so much is because of the legs. The digitigrade legs. Now, if you're into fursuit making and furry culture, you know the digitigrade is oh my goodness. The animal leg. The leg that goes back and forward like an animal. That's one of the most difficult parts of fursuit making, and thankfully, I already have that step out of the way. My trusty fursuit back there is digitigrade. It has those pieces. Basically, I have 4 foam pieces that go inside of my fursuit. I broke it down on my fursuit video, but 2 pieces go up against my thighs and 2 pieces go behind my legs, kind of where the ankle is, and that creates the illusion that I have fox-like or wolf-like legs. And if that worked for a fox, an Arctic fox, why wouldn't it work for a satyr, whatever you want to call it? Goat man, why wouldn't it work for goat man? So that's when I began to brainstorm and really put this costume together, because if I was going to put the costume together, I had to get the legs done first. That's the most important part. That's what makes the creature furry and interesting, because the upper half's just me. It's just boring. So I went to a website called SHIEN, which was actually recommended by my mom. This is something all the kids today are apparently using. What can I say? I'm old-fashioned. I don't know what the TikTokers are doing, but apparently the TikTokers use SHIEN for all their cosplay needs. It's apparently a cosplay wonderful website. So I typed in brown sweatpants, found a couple of pairs that looked okay, and then I found this one. Thought, wait a second, there's something here. I can order these pants and use them as a good base. Maybe I could cut up a couple of jackets and glue some fur on them. So I don't know what they look like, so I ordered the pants, and let's see what we have. So I'm back, and I've got my order from SHIEN. It kind of just comes in this nice bag that says Cheyenne on it. I am not sponsored by this company. This channel is never going to get sponsorships. I'm way too much of a degenerate for that.
For a mouse, you look pretty sexy.
Too bad you didn't like the way I looked when I was human.
But I will buy it. I mean, this cost me like, I think $17 when all was said and done. So if this whole thing fails and this video is a massive failure and the costume looks awful, at least I got new sweatpants because it's cold and I always need new sweatpants. So let's, wow. Wow, these are perfect. Look at these. This is exactly what I was looking for. These are just soft, brown, fuzzy pants.
Hey, this is Future Austin with an editor's note. You may notice that the pants I just held up are much darker in color than the beige-looking pants I originally ordered on the website. This does seem to be an issue with SHIEN. Often the colors, and especially items with text on them, do not match what is shown on the website. The items are really cheap, so you're kind of taking a gamble with this site, and you get what you get. In this case, the dice landed in my favor, because I think the darker pants looks much more accurate to a fawn or minotaur character.
I do not think I'm going to have to glue or sew anything on these. I think this might just be perfect. They're so fuzzy and furry. Now they do have writing on the side. It's supposed to say SHIEN, but I can't. That looks terrible. So I'll find a workaround for that when I do the costume try-on. But this might just work. Imagine it with the furry pieces inside of it. Now we're getting somewhere. So for the rest of the costume, the most important thing, obviously, is the deer bull ears to make myself a minotaur goat man. So there are lots of options available. I looked up various solutions. I could even buy a full minotaur head if I wanted to, but the whole point of this costume was to be something I can film myself a bit easier for. I found a couple of nice pairs of horns, but as nice as those were, I really wanted those big, dorky ears. I don't know why, I'm just a sucker for big animal ears. I wanted it to look a little more animal-like, so I found this seller that's selling all these different types of fawn, satyr, and goat ears. I selected option 4, and this is what I got in the mail. So I bought this from eBay. I think it shipped from, it was either like Virginia or South Carolina, so it only took like 2 days to get here. And this is what they look like. They are not branded, so I don't know who makes these. They kind of just came like this inside of a box, but the seller has a lot available, so if they're still available by the time this video is up, I'll put it in the description. For $22, I'm pretty impressed. They look really nice. They don't feel really nice. They feel super cheap. They're like foam, but they look good, and they're lightweight. They weigh like nothing. The box came in the mail, and I thought, is there anything in this? And here they are. And it kind of matches the natural hair color, and so you just kind of, you put them in, and behold. And now, a goat man minotaur thing. I wanted to go with at least some of the more manly bull horns. I'm no fawn or deer. I'm a man. I'm a manly bull. Very manly. collection is very manly. So that is my headpiece, and I like it. I think it's charming. I think it's fun. It looks very natural. I mean, it is natural. These are my new ears, right? I can hear really well since I've got these. And then for the rest of the costume, well, that's where the fun begins, right? Because, you know, if you're gonna be a satyr, you gotta have the ears, the horns. This headpiece is like the whole shebang, which is great. You gotta have the pants, and then the rest you can kind of mix and match. So, as for the short, I'm gonna go with this one here, my Renaissance short I have had since the beginning of the channel. This was a flea market find. I paid $5 for this. I don't know which costume company made it. I don't even know where it's from. I just paid $5 for it at the flea market, and that was that. I do have other Renaissance shorts that might look good with the costume. It's really easy. All you do is go flea market hunting, go to Halloween stores, and look for pirate shorts. If you find, like, guy pirate shorts, a lot of them are going to be exactly what you're looking for at a reasonable price. If you actually type in, like, Renaissance short, you're going to find some pretty expensive stuff. If you want something nice and entry-level, you know, pirate short. This is my Shrek one. It looks like Shrek. That's why I like it. I like Shrek. And then I've got my belt, my signature belt that I wore with my furry Sona. This is my favorite bone belt Renaissance item. I don't know who made this. I believe it's handmade. It does say in the back, see if I can find it. It says Banana Republic. If this was actually sold at, like, the Banana Republic clothing store, I would be amazed. I don't think so. I'm gonna guess this was handmade out of leather that came from the Banana Republic store, because this is way too bitchin' to ever be sold at Banana Republic. This is awesome. This is a man's belt right here. This is a warrior's item. So I'm gonna put this with the costume. I've also got this rock necklace. It looked very fantasy and fun, so that'll go with the final assembly of the costume. What else do I have? I've got potion bottles. I've got goblets. I've got my axe, my beloved axe. My cool Renaissance axe. I featured this a couple videos ago. Really should do a video, like, all my props I have. And a lot of people thought this was a real axe. This is not a real axe. This is made of foam. This is a children's toy. This is the Gamorrean guard axe from Star Wars. The pig guys. This is their weapon. It's cool. I love it. I think it's great. Wonderful, wonderful prop. And then finally, am I missing? Oh! I know what I'm missing. Hang on a second.
What is a fawn without a big bushy tail? And thankfully I have the perfect tail. This is a coyote tail I bought at a theme park, and I've had it for years because I've never had a need for a fursona that has a brown tail, but now I do.
So what good is any satyr without a pair of hooves? I've got to have some hooves. So this is what I was thinking, and I don't know if this is going to work out or not. This whole costume could be a massive fail, who knows? But I'm thinking Crocs. Hear me out, hear me out. I love Crocs. They're the comfiest shoes in the world. I wear them everywhere. I live in Crocs. So I want this costume to be comfortable because it's something I'm going to wear to Renaissance festivals and conventions and events. So while I could make a really nice pair of hoof boots, kind of like my awesome paw boots that I have for my fursuit, they're not something that's practical. You know, I've worn the fursuit out, but the paw boots, they're starting to show a little age, and they're very fragile, and I do worry that they would fall apart. This needs to be something very durable. So I'm going to take these Crocs, and I'm just going to makeshift them into some hooves with some, I think, maybe some kitchen appliances. So let's see how that goes. We're going to jump ahead here, and we're going to be making the hoofs, and we're going to be putting the final costume together. Oh Lord, what is this gonna look like? I bought some bowls. These are 50-cent Target bowls, and now I am chopping them to bits with some gardening tools like a madman. And I have all these bowl pieces, but look at this. So here's the Crocs, and you take the bowl pieces, and all of a sudden you start to see the hoof kind of coming together. It's not going to look great, but I think it'll get the idea across. Thanks for watching.
What do you think? Was my transformation into Goatman a win or a fail? Let me know in the comments.